Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they in my archives. Jordan came back, saw the 4-5. If you play then you lay right there by your own kind. Pull up a 4 with a loco, tell them run this bitch back like so-so. Got this rap here in the chokehold. Did a show out in Austin, shout out to Bobo. Moved out the trenches, now look how we live. Tell my BM to furnish the crib. Walk out the mall with some shoes for the kids. Deposit the checks from my bank full of M's. Paid up my rent, now I'm up for the year. The view look crazy from here. What I paid for some dogs could've bought me veneers. Texas piece on my neck could've bought your career. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Stuffing Cali blood weed in the blunt. Let my little brother roll him a Dutch. My little boy get whatever he want. Madam T don't be asking for much. Pouring lean on the nuggets and runs. Spill the rest of that drink in a punch. Left wrist on some I had to stunt. Right rich, I just did it because 600 the labor, you know how we coming. Tell them they ain't taking nothing. Standing on business, we shooting and punching. Hey man, go get you some money. I just got off a tour, finna go on another one. Album done, finna drop me another one. Couple of M's, finna run up another one. Super Bowl ring, still had to go double. Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping on since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. Hey.
Just do it!
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good though. Got me looking just like Johnny Dang. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Deep, deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from Dirty Bay with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Chopping on the block, while the leg doing jumper jacks. Smoking on the wood, yellow timber like it's lumberjack. Suppressor on the Mac 10, sounding like it's bubble wrap. TV in the shower, I'ma give it bubble bath. Choppers and choppers, lip, I got a whole lot of that. With the steel, I'ma kill ya, I got them falling back. Got me feeling like a baby that's fiending, so with my bottle at, I'm just rhyming words, I don't even know how to rap. Every time that they see me, better believe that I'm flossed up. Got crossed up, in the dirt, then I bounced up. I'll be catching these places around to get moused up. I'll be eating the let's how to get it tossed up. Pop trunk on the hat while we waving goodbye. I'm from Lone Star, sipping lean with pecan pie. I don't play by respect for that, we gon' die. Time and money, so baby believe I'ma be on time. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Deep, deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from Dirty Bay with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames.
In the leg smoked out, long foes poked out. Keep peas in the drought, get the money down south. Feeling like Johnny Dang, got diamonds in my chain. Hit your in the guts with this big old thing. I got ice on my neck like it's swollen. They cold in the yeah, these diamonds look frozen. Real players get chose, so you know that I be chosen. Got exotic in my pocket, grab a slap with it and I roll it. I stay out the way, don't be all in the mix. Call me for sevens, don't call me for six. I ain't selling no grands, but come buy a zip. See the streets getting dry, finna go and take a trip, let's deal. Hold up, wait a minute, if I get it, then I spend it. When I'm in it, can't pretend to keep pretending with my business. I'm relentless, ain't no witness. I got 2 rent houses in the getting rented. Step in the box for a minute. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Deep, deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from Dirty Bay with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames.
I got ice all over my body looking like a snowman. Big rocks in the grill dancing like a slow jam. My chain so heavy I'm walking like an old man. Try me, you gon' get tagged like a spray paint can. Smoking something from Spokane, I'm getting throwed. It's getting cold, put on the coat, my ice froze. Riding foes, I'm poking out on nice toes. Drive slow, my trunk up and the lights glow. When I'm sitting so low to the ground, I might scrape it. Nothing fake, candy to paint, I might flake it. Riding down 288 in the top vacant. Thinking you gon' run up on me, then you mistaken. Getting baked, breaking them off and leaving stains. I came through dripping a puddle, you thought it rained. Everything flawless from the grills to the chain. I done spent a lot of change, now I'm looking like Johnny Dang.
Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Deep, deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bad baby from Dirty Bay with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames.
Toby, just do it.
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good though. Got me looking just like Johnny Dang. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bag baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Chopping down the block, while the leg doing jumper jacks. Smoking on the wood, yellow timber like it's lumberjack. Suppressor on the Mac 10, sounding like it's bubble. Running TV in the shower, I'ma give it bubble bath. Choppers and choppers, lip, I got a whole lot of that. With the steel, I'ma kill ya, I got them falling back. Got me feeling like a baby that's finished, so with my bottle at, I'm just rhyming words, I don't even know how to rap. Every time that they see me, better believe it, I'm flossed up. Got crossed up, in the dirt, then I bounced up. I'll be catching these places around and get moused up. I'll be eating the let's how to get it tossed up. Pop trunk on the hat while we waving goodbye. I'm from Lone Star, sipping lean with pecan pie. I don't play by respect for that, we gon' die. Time and money, so baby believe I'ma be on time. Louis Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bag baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames.
In the leg, smoked out, long foes poked out. Keep peas in the drought, get the money down south. Feeling like Johnny Dang, got diamonds in my chain. Hit your in the guts with this big old thing. I got ice on my neck like it's rolling. They cold in the yeah, these diamonds look frozen. Real players get chose, so you know that I be chosen. Got exotic in my pocket, grab a slap with it and I roll it. I stay out the way, don't be all in the mix. Call me for sevens, don't call me for six. I ain't selling no grands, come buy a zip. See the streets getting dry, finna go and take a trip, let's deal. Ay, hold up, wait a minute, if I get it, then I spend it. When I'm in it, can't pretend it, keep it tinted with my business. I'm relentless, ain't no witness. I got 2 rent houses in the getting rented. Step in the box
Louis
for a
Vuitton
minute.
umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dang. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my cane. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bag baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. I got ice all over my body looking like a snowman. Big rocks in the grill dancing like a slow jam. My chain so heavy I'm walking like an old man. Try me, you gon' get tagged like a spray paint can. Smoking something from Spokane, I'm getting thrown. It's getting cold.
What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. I'm going to try to get through this really quick because the market is moving and I want to take a look at it. Welcome back. Happy August 19th, Tuesday. Before we jump onto the charts, real quick. Trading's risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research, make your own trading decisions. I'm just an idiot here yapping on YouTube and Kick and X and anywhere else for entertainment purposes only. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even if funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content like Top 1 Futures, Code RDF, Bookmap, and others. Let's get on these charts, boys and girls. Market's moving. Sweeping prior day low here in ES. I'm looking for these 50s. I don't mean to jump right into it before we do any higher time frame analysis, and I'm not going to. But we had the 64.50s on the book down here all morning. Been watching this area. If we get down there, I'm going to be really tempted on a long. Really tempted on a long. What's going on, chat? Good morning, Wolf. Good morning, Muhammad. Alan, what's up? Trader Julie Kate, what's up? Carlos, what's up? What's going on? Free Zex, Kobe, David, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. Market's moving, man. Market's moving. We might actually get some movement today after yesterday's just straight up chop fest. Straight up hot garbage fest. Let me just make sure we are looking good. Stream looks good. Yes, we can see everybody. Cool. Okay. Let's hop onto this, guys. We are here on the Project X platform. I'm trading a 7-pack of Top 1 Futures accounts. Good morning, Zach. Done in 3 minutes. Love being a momentum trader. Nice. Trader Julie Kate. Trading the opening drive. Very nice. In and out quickly. Nothing wrong with that. So let's hop out to the higher time frame just to get a quick look. Again, we get down near those 50s, guys. I'm going to be really tempted on a very aggressive long. I might... This might be one I take with half risk, so I do give myself a second shot because it's pretty aggressive. And if we break those 50s and continue down, we could be in for a much more aggressive move to the downside, maybe back towards the 64.25s or lower, 64.15s. I'll show you where this level is coming from, but maybe back down to the closes of these tops of these candles. Normal pullback, right? Even in an uptrend. So, but if we're not going to do that, I see a sweep down below this level, grab orders at this level, and pull right back up to VWAP, and I want that trade. So anyway, higher time frame analysis, obviously ripping uptrend, right? Talked about this yesterday. Talked about looking at the higher time frame trend. Try not to constantly fight that on the lower time frames. We are still pushed to the upside, right? Not much is going to change unless we go weeks in between here. But daily candles. Yesterday, straight up doji, indicative of the price action that we saw on the lower time frames. Really choppy. Super duper choppy NYSE session. One of the worst that I've seen in a long period of time. And lo and behold, like I said, I mean, didn't call it early, but I did talk about it at 11 o'clock in my Discord. I said, hey guys, probably not a bad day to go touch some grass. If you're going to keep trading, be cautious. I almost never say that, and I almost never say that at 11 a.m., right? And lo and behold, more blown accounts than I've seen yesterday than a long period of time. Almost everybody telling me they had a tough day. Very few that absolutely cleaned up outside of the range traders. So today, opening up to the downside here. Down below, VWAP pushing down below prior day low, getting close to that overnight low level, that Asia London low level. You can see the 15-minute candle. Yeah, if this comes right back up and then comes back down, I don't like it. All right, we're going to have to find out. Here. Choppy overnight session. Drifted lower, pulled back up, chopped around VWAP into pre-market, sold off right at the open. Some of you guys Some of you guys maybe made it happen off of the open. But, yeah, here we are right back up to VWAP. So just a sweep of prior day low. That's all we're going to get out of this one. And then a nice drive right back up towards VWAP. This was the movement that I wanted off of the 50s. So I'm not going to be pressing anything now. Not going to be jumping for joy. If we get down to the 50s, that's going to look like maybe some more continuation. But I'm going to run this side-by-side 1 minute and 15-minute chart. Definitely going to run this side-by-side. I like that yesterday. Gives me that higher time frame view without getting too zoomed in here on the 1 minute. Now, if we just turn from here, so overall I like longs, right? In this market, until we really start selling off, getting down below the 50s and just breaking lower, I'm liking longs on this, right? I don't know that I love them now off the 50s. Why? Well, we didn't just open up to the downside and then reject, right? We didn't just pull right down here, allow me to get in long with a stop loss way down here, looking for this movement right here, right? We had that movement already. We already did that. Okay, now we come down here like this. This is a very different structure. Now we've got a downtrend forming, right? Now we've got a lower high getting put in, a low getting broken, and a continuation of the downside. Can we still reject here? Sure. Just not as appetizing, right? Not as appetizing. Buyers already stepped in, tried to take it higher. So we're going to see what happens here. I'm interested to see if these 50s get taken out. I'd be surprised if we didn't come down here and trade this. I'm going to be a little more cautious than I would have been right when I hopped on here, tried to get through the disclaimer quickly. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Shorts. I really don't like them down here. I really don't like them down here at all. I'd look for something if we just crack to the upside. I could look for some kind of a reversion. But if we came back above VWAP, we started to push to the upside, it's going to suck. It's just going to be for me, it's going to be a drive lower for 2 minutes and then an immediate push higher through VWAP. That's what that structure would look like. It's going to be really hard for me to get a trade off of that. I'd have to be jumping in for a break above without getting the 50s taken, a stop loss where I would potentially like an entry. So not really a good setup. So that's not going to be great if we just blast off from here. For me, I'd have to wait for continuation to pull back to VWAP for something, to get in. But anyway, 9:40 a.m. Going to wait for this market to open up. Continuing on some analysis, looking at today. We don't have much. We got FOMC members speaking. That could be a little bit dicey. We got Trump yapping. That could be a problem at any point, today. Outside of that, no real scheduled high impact stuff until tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, we do have red folder every day. So, yeah, here we go back through VWAP, man. This looks like all it might be. I can't take this, guys. Too early for me. Don't want to stop here. So this, you can hear the defeat in my voice already. We're like 5 minutes in. I'm going to wait patiently, but this could be a movement that I'm not going to be able to trade. It's not going to give me the ideal risk structure. Again, this is kind of the if-then statements, right? I know what's on the chart, and then if X happens, if we have something else that prints on the chart, what are my opportunities? And a lot of times we start to print, right into the open, and like you saw me really quickly, I usually don't jump on with that type of urgency because I almost had something coming. And then I see something happen and I go, I'm about to not have anything, I'm about to have nothing. A lot will have to happen before I have a setup, and a way to structure risk. So that's how I'm looking at this. This looks like a good long, to the upside, but not my trade, not my risk structure at all, not my setup. So anyway, what's up, chat? Afternoon, Yassine, waited for your stream last night, but nothing. How about you hop in Discord, brother, where I talk and tag everybody? Good morning, Yassine. Sorry that you were waiting. Join the 100% free trading Discord. Follow me on socials. I yap about it all. I can't update everybody on YouTube only because YouTube is a live streaming platform. That's why I have a Discord where I made sure I tagged everybody ahead of time, talked about not trading the afternoon session because it was absolute hot garbage. I hope to see you in there. I try not to waste anybody's time in there. More than happy to keep you updated on the live streams. But good morning. Happy to see you on here. Omega, what's up? Lee, what's going on? What's going on, chat? Welcome back, guys. Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough for me. This looks very bullish. I'm looking long. And not at all going to take a setup off of this. This is looking like a nice, aggressive, early move out of the market, but way too early for me and not a good risk structure. And if we drive off of this, if we just push to the upside, 50 points from here, it's not a missed trade for me. It's just not any trade for me. That's the staying patient and sticking to your guns, right? I can hop in at any time that I want and just make up a reason for jumping in and have no consistency in doing what I'm doing day over day. And I might win today, and you guys might say, yay, W, right? But it's not repeatable. It's nothing that I can do again tomorrow, right? I'll get cooked tomorrow, or I'll get cooked today, and I'll go, oh, dang, well, I usually don't do that, so why would I do it today? Anyway, I'm just preparing myself for this to take off from right here and not have a setup on it, but I don't have one. Didn't even sweep overnight low. That at a bare minimum, getting close to that 50, sweeping overnight low would have been key. Testing down off this level, not bad. But at this point, framing this off the 15-minute, that's not good. That's not good enough for me. I need to stop down here. Need to stop way down here. I don't like this. Don't like this. Certainly don't like this. I think this level is very likely to be traded. So not it, as the kids say, not it. So let's see. And again, if we come back down on this now, right? Come back down on this. It's not as appealing for a long. It's going to look like we want to break those 50s. So this would have been a really nice trade. Buyers off of the 50s being traded out and then a continuation. I think that'd be a very different movement out of the market. So we'll have to see now. We'll see what we get. Wait patiently. I'm still interested to see what happens if we come down to the 50s, but I'm not going to take it as aggressively as I would have had we just sold right off to it. So let's see what we get, chat. See what we get. Afternoon, Dwayne. What's happening? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Appreciate you guys hopping on. What's up, X? What's going on, Twitter? 33, you guys. We got more and more people hopping on Twitter. If you're on there and you don't know, I stream 100% free on Kick and YouTube. Both are dramatically lower latency, meaning there's much less lag. If you don't know, on X, there's a lot of lag, a lot of latency. You're more than a couple seconds behind watching this stream live. So I'm going to throw the free, that's the Discord. All right, well, 100% free trading Discord. I don't charge for anything. No VIP. No, let's see. No, I was reading somebody's comment. Classic negativity. A live trading stream with a giveaway? That's one way to get clicks. Markets are wild enough without the extra hype, but hey, hope it works out for them. Jolene, so whoever commented that, if you guys don't want giveaways, I don't have to do them. That's cool. If you guys don't want me to give back and do giveaways, that's fine. That's why I love Twitter, man. Everybody just finds a way to be negative somehow. You're giving out accounts for free? What a piece of trash, man. That guy sucks. My bad, guys. I got distracted here. I'm trying to get the Kick link and the YouTube link from my phone to give to you guys on X. If you want to hang out on X, I'm going to keep streaming to X, right? You want to hang out on Twitter, feel free to hang out on Twitter. But here is YouTube and Kick. Both are also free. Both are lower latency. You can chat, and I can read the chat unless I come over here on my phone and do what I'm doing right now. But usually why I don't like to hang out on Twitter, because I read stuff like that. It just hurts my brain. That's one way to get clicks. The markets are wild enough. I hope it works out for you. All right. My bad, bro. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. My bad for giving out accounts. Maybe I'll give out less accounts. Nah, we're doing hella duck races today. We didn't get one done yesterday. I didn't hop on for Power Hour. We got duck races coming up, and I'm not even going to make you guys wait, because I got a lot of people that hop on at the end. I've noticed we have got some people that are just here for the giveaway. We're going to fake everybody out. We're going to break out, sweep liquidity, and then come right back in with a duck race. Good morning, Biblical. I have a question. What's up, Biblical? What you got? What's up? Relaxing Zen, what's going on? The real JVD, how long will your code be up for? RDF right now is 50% off. If you are asking about the code for Top 1 Futures, that is pinned to the top of the chat. I know it says 55% now that I'm looking at it on this banner. It is 50% off. Technically, you can get another 5% off with Stack 5. But code RDF is 50% off Top 1 Futures right now. Let me throw that banner up for you guys. I thought I had a new banner. Hold on. Did I have a new banner? Yeah, it's 50% off both accounts from Top 1 Futures. If you want to check it out, link is in the chat. Straight to funded. What do they got on here? Skip the challenge. Use code RDF. Copy trade up to 3 accounts. Earn up to $28,350. 50Ks are $357. Over 13 million paid out to traders since they've launched in April. I think that's pretty solid, but I'm biased. As always, I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. I stand to make money, so I can't be unbiased. Read the rules. Do your own research. Decide this stuff for yourself. All right, Biblical, what's up? If you had less than $400 in drawdown in an eval, would you just pay the $35, rest, and start over? It's a good question, right? So what Biblical is asking here, chat, and anybody listening in, is do you just burn the eval, or do you waste a bunch of time? Not waste a bunch of time. Do you take a bunch of time digging yourself out of drawdown, right? I think that depends on two things, Biblical. Where you're at with your trade, couple things. Where you're at with your trading as a whole. Are you just here, are you in that eval to gain experience? Are you in that eval to test an edge, right? What was the purpose? Have you already taken payouts, and are you, and I'm kind of asking this hypothetical because I know a little bit about where you're at. Or are we looking to get through these relatively quickly to get towards a funded account and then a payout, right? And then a live account. Or second to that, what is your financial situation, right? That is going to play so much of a huge role in the way that you move in these markets, okay? Do you have hundreds of thousands in the bank and equity to your name, and your net worth is pretty solid? You're set up in a spot where you gladly spend $35 is not a lot of money to you. Or are you in a spot where, maybe you're just in a completely different spot? You take care of a lot of things in your life. You have things going on very different. And $35 is a lot of money to you. You don't have that type of money in your account. And you are, working slowly but surely towards creating some leverage for yourself. There's nothing wrong with either situation. I've been dead broke myself in debt. And I'm happy to be somewhat on the other side. Maybe not as much as I just described, but somewhat on the other side of that. That really plays a huge impact on how you move, right? somebody on the first side really is just a waste of time and energy to be trying to trade evals and even funded accounts out of drawdown, right? It's just, it doesn't make sense. Somebody on the latter part absolutely makes sense. Take your time, gain your experience with money on the line. There's a lot of value there in that, account with a small amount of max loss limit left. Keep trading it, right? So everywhere in between. For the most part, I don't think it's going to be really worth it. Does that mean that every time you get down to $400 of drawdown in every account, you should just YOLO it and kill it and then start again? Not really, right? But in an eval, in a $35 eval, probably not, brother. For me at my stage, if you're asking me personally, no, I'm not doing that at all. I'm not gonna spend the time to do that. So it depends on the person, depends on the individual situation. I don't think you want to be reckless with evals and funded accounts because you're going to be considered for a live account. You're going to be looked at. Prop firms are more and more prop firms, but definitely top one futures are continuing to shift in that direction where you're not looking for just sim farm YOLO boys, okay? You actually have to try to trade. So if you put a couple trades on, if it starts to go poorly, you YOLO the account, you start from scratch every time, you're going to rack up a ton of burned accounts with garbage trading. And, that's just leveraging the ability to hit the reset button. So there's a balance in here. For the most part, no. I don't think it's a good idea for most people. But there's probably going to be, maybe 10 or 20% of people on here that are newer to trading. They could use the experience. They could use that time and energy to work out of a tight drawdown spot that they put themselves in. And they don't have the capital to keep burning through evals on the way to funded accounts. And they don't have the experience to even trade the accounts when they get there. So they're better off just taking their time and, and taking some time in that eval, maybe trading it for another week before it either dies or, comes back out of drawdown. So that's kind of how I would think about that. But it also depends on kind of like your risk tolerance and where you're at as well. There's another factor to this. Do you find yourself getting attached to accounts and trying to constantly dig them out of drawdown? Or are you just YOLOing through accounts, right? Maybe you want to look at where you fall on that scale and take that into consideration as well. Let's see. Pop it back up to the upside. This looks strong, guys. This looks strong. Growing CVD. We did not sweep Delta. We're back above VWAP here. This looks super strong, and I'm so tempted on a long. It's from the middle of the range without sweeping lows again. I don't really. I'm just eyeballing this on Bookmap, man. And I know we got some people in the chat. This is looking pretty strong. We could certainly still come down on it. I'm going to wait, guys. I'm going to wait. This is closer to a trading opportunity. We've had sellers fail down here again, and we've came back up through VWAP. But, if you look at what happened yesterday, which I'm not anticipating a repeat of yesterday, but if you look at what happened yesterday, getting involved right here would have been trash, right? We swept lows 47 times. We swept highs 47 times. And we just kind of chopped around. And so far, we don't have a lot of direction out of this, right? Here is our complete trading range, right? Here's our regular trading hours so far. You start just starting to form some bullish price action, right? So gun to my head, I'm long. I'm eyeballing along, back through VWAP, starting to hold above here. Looking like we want to show some strength, get above these highs, maybe head towards overnight high, prior day high, back up into the 80s. I like it long, but I easily could see a retest of the 50s, right? I could see a sweep down here one more time, take everybody out, and then continue. So this is not an invalidation point for me, right? And so part of the first part of the trade setup for me, usually as I'm creating this if-then statement, right, is a lot of discretion in my trading if you don't know, but there's a very constant process that's going on, I think, that we all do as we're watching the market or whatever tools you watch, even if you're not watching a candlestick chart. I'm watching what's happening. right, as it's printing, and then all the historical stuff, and I'm saying, if this, then that, right? So I start to see a setup, and I start to say, okay, if we continue this bullish movement, I would like to be long, right? I like this long movement. I'm anticipating this continuing based on this historical pattern. I've seen this stuff before, right? I think it's going to go up, for lack of a better way to articulate that. What's the next part? Where does my stop loss go? Where does my take profit go? Well, I think we could make a move out of this. I think we could head up towards prior day high today. I think this looks pretty good. Go trade to 85s. Where does my stop have to go? Well, we didn't sweep overnight low. That's an effing problem down there. We didn't take out the 50s. That's a problem down there. Would I want to be out of the trade if we just came down here? No. I think we could easily pull back down from up here really aggressively and then crack right back through, right? So if I'm not going to give myself 2 shots at this, trying this twice, my stop's got to be way outside of this. That does not create an ideal risk structure, right? Really doesn't create a wonderful risk structure for me. So, this not being taken is a problem for both the trade and risk management for me specifically on my setup. So for those reasons, no trade for me still. Waiting to see what happens, right? Waiting to see what happens. And let's see how that works out for me today, right? Maybe we take off from here. I'm anticipating a long, kind of being cautiously optimistic, but not getting in because I don't have a good way to structure risk. I didn't have really the ideal takeout of liquidity down here, literal liquidity on the book at the 6450s. We got a couple hundred stacks of a couple hundred orders down here. So no trade. And I'll continue to have that process in my mind, right? Let's see. So we were talking, guys. Driving back home to the hotel. Scott, what's up, Scott? What's going on? I want my live. Yeah, I hear that, man. I had 150K eval and $700 away from blowing it. I made it to a payout. Took me a month, but your brain basically is like, YOLO, I can buy another one. Don't want to put that in your psychology. Yeah. It's a tough habit to get into when you start doing that also. It's a pretty tough habit to get into because you find yourself really quickly creating a point in your trading with whatever account you're on where you just all risk management goes out the window and you YOLO it. And we know that for the most part that ends in just disaster. So yeah, it's a tough habit to break. For the most part, I would try to avoid doing that. But again, if you get yourself into a situation where you're in a low cost account, it's not something that you were trying to really hold on to. You have other opportunities, right? Like we talked about burning, there's an opportunity cost here, right? How we're spending our time and what accounts we're trading. We only have so much time during the day and it just depends. So I would try not to just get into a habit of YOLOing accounts past a certain point all the time. Because for the most part, it doesn't work, right? You're now putting all of your chips, all of your cards, all of your, it's a gamble, right? You have maybe a nice positive edge, nice positive win rate, but you don't know if that next trade is going to be a win or a loss. And you're placing all of that necessary luck on one trade to carry you out of that drawdown. But if you're okay just burning the account to move on, I think it can be helpful, right? Sometimes. So I agree. We'll take max on my next setup and see if I can make max today. If not, it will reset. Nice. Zach and all traders. Greetings from Colombia. What's up, AVS? VS threw a 64.86 with a target on there. I like that. We got a target up here from VS. Looks like they are long. Nice wide take profit. 64.86. Yeah, I could see that, right? That's a nice level to come up to, man. That's what I'd like. I'd like to get in long towards that with you, brother or sister, depending on who you are or whatever you want to call yourself. We're non-discriminatory on this stream. I don't care as long as you trade. I just can't. I don't have a great way in. Could take it from down here, but I'd prefer to wait. I would just prefer to wait. This is not not beautiful for me. Good morning. What's up, Bonafide? Bonafides Masters. What's happening? I really like these streams, so clean and not any cussing and odd conversations like some others. Yeah, man. I try to. Thanks, man. I talked about yesterday. My mom. I have a really nice. Listen, I'm a grown man. Okay, I'm married. Own a house. Right. I haven't lived at home since after I moved out of high school, but I have a very supportive family, and my Christian mother loves everything that I do, and she finds a way to find everything that I'm doing. And she texted me on Friday, Zach, I like watching your, whatever she said, Zach, I like watching your videos, but I don't like the F word with a sad face. And I knew she was upset because that's all that she texted me. So I said, ha, 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 I'm sorry. I'll try not to curse. So, but, you know, we're all grown adults here, right? I think, you know, I do use I do curse sometimes. I cuss. I use expressive language. I think for the most part, as long as you're not intending to hurt somebody or be, you know, just horribly derogatory, you know, degrade somebody, I think it could be a little bit okay, right? You know, display of emotion. It happens. I'm not going to say I don't curse. But odd conversation. I'll try to keep it trading related, right? I talk about stuff outside of trading as it relates to trading, right? Talk about my own life. Talk about running. Talk about the journey, things that go into trading, you know, things that go into your emotional management, all that type of stuff. But just outside of random conversation just for the sake of drama, you know, I don't think that's helpful. Don't think that's too much. That's too helpful, right? You can go and watch. There's plenty of channels. People just streaming all day and they scroll through X and stuff, and you know, they just kind of talk and stuff. Maybe I have a separate stream for that, but not 30 minutes into the most volatile trading session of the day, right? We want to be focused up talking about trading. Some people find that boring, right? We're here for entertainment. I get that. We run duck races. We run duck races too, okay? So we'll run a duck race today, and that'll be the entertainment piece. Oh, man, this is looking strong. This is looking strong, chat. I got it. I'm not going to take it. I like it long, but I'm not going to take it. This is still somewhat choppy. If we just started to chop and sweep lows and came back and forth, I'd look back and say I didn't have a ton of direction. Overall, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. And I really don't like a short up there. Like on another day, I like a reversion style trade. I don't know that I like that until we get way higher. So I think I'm going to have to just watch this one. Yup, a drip can fill a bucket. Tough habit. Great. Yeah. Appreciate you guys hopping on. We got a bunch of people on here today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Yeah, talking about yesterday's session. Oh man. Whoa, I went to the 15-minute chart. What a beautiful trading session we had, eh, chat? Look at that. Straight up hot garbage. You know, there was a benefit to me holding that trade all dang day yesterday. Widening out stop losses and holding all the way. Diamond hands. I posted a couple jokes about that. Did seem to play nicely with me yesterday. But that was a tough trading session. Very tough trading session. I saw, like I said, a lot of losses. A lot of traders struggling yesterday. A lot of blown accounts. Here's this movement, man. Here's this long movement. Yeah, this is the one that I'm going to have to watch. Just going to have to watch. Kobe Clark says, lol. I don't know what we were laughing at, but we're laughing at something. So just taking a look at the other markets, ES looking the strongest. Oh, no, YM looking really strong. YM looking very strong out of the gate. It made a complete opposite move off the open. It popped, and now it's cracking highs, putting session highs in. It's like almost 200 points above VWAP. NQ, complete opposite. NQ was selling off really aggressively, looking pretty weak. Just now looks like it's approaching VWAP, at least on my chart. ES looking pretty strong here, but no trade out of this bad boy. This wouldn't have been bad, right? Right in here where we started to look a little bit bullish here. This would not have been bad so far. 10 points in profit. Man, just not the setup for me. Like I said earlier, not the trade setup for me. Not what I need to see, right? I'm looking to wait patiently, put full risk on, right? Not an insane amount, but you know, we threw $1,000 on, and this is copy traded across 7 accounts, so It's not super duper light. We're here trading minis, and that's just not it for me. So, another beautiful candle, Money Reaper, nice. Finally made a breakthrough. Yep, pushing the upside today. Let's see where we go from here. I want to see what happens above overnight high. There's strong CVD. This is looking really strong, guys. I think I'm interested to see if this continues. If this continues, I'm looking at prior day high, right, all the way back up above 86. We get back up there, I'm interested to see what happens, right? Do we just take off from the bottom of this area of consolidation? Do we really find a ton of buyers and just show strength continuing all the way back up towards all-time highs? Or do we chop around a little bit up here? If I was going to look short on anything, I'd have to see it above this prior day high level. I wouldn't take it right in here. I don't think that would be a great idea to fade this. I'd have to see it take out some liquidity that we have on Bookmap up there. We got a little bit right at that prior day high level, right? 64.84 and a half. I can show you what I'm looking at on Bookmap. Here's the 50s that didn't get taken out. This is Bookmap, my favorite order flow tool. If you don't know what we're looking at, it's level 2 data. Liquidity, right? Not the smart money guessing where the liquidity is on a candlestick chart. Resting buy and sell orders above and below price, right? That's what we're looking at here. 64.84 and a half. Interesting if we get up there. Interested to see what this looks like. Strong CVD on this move to the upside. Looking down here, supporting this, potentially continuing. That not getting taken. Oh, what do we have here? That might be some BS. That looks like some BS getting moved around. 1,000 lot. Straight up 1,000 lot on the book. I don't know that stays there if we start to sell off. It could be some bait. Yeah, so this looks pretty strong. I wouldn't fade it above overnight high, Asia, London high. I'd be looking maybe towards those 85s. Wouldn't have gotten the longs out of this. I could see a potential pullback in. At least a pullback down towards VWAP if we extend that far for a reversion style trade. Really like the longs on this, though. Just didn't get my entry. Didn't get my setup today. Not there for all of the reasons that I described 47 times. Got to keep myself out when my setup's not there. Otherwise, I'm just enticed into trading everything on the chart. Yo, could I learn how to trade free? I think so. Yeah. If you're asking for me, I don't charge for anything. I stream here. You're on Kick, but I stream everywhere free every day. So most of the time, 2 times a day. I run a free Discord. I put out a ton of videos. I don't gatekeep anything. You guys watch how I trade, strategy, approach, mindset, everything in real time. And you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to listen to me or whether or not it's helpful. When anybody asks, about my trading, I just say exactly that. I'm happy to show you what real trading looks like for me, 100% free every damn day. But if you're asking, could you learn how to trade free? Yeah, I think so. There's a ton of free stuff. I think, paid mentorship is really, really valuable, and it's a great ROI. It's fantastic. I paid for a ton of help, and I will continue to pay for a ton of help. But if you don't have any money and you want to play the longer game, the internet is vast. You can leverage a ton of free content. You can paper trade for free. You can backtest for free. You can demo trade at so many different spots for free. And yes, you can learn how to trade up to that point for free. I do think there is a tuition that you have to pay to the markets. I don't know a single person that starts trading from demo onto real money that just starts making money. So you're probably going to lose at first, but you could probably limit that. You could limit that to a degree. So that would be my question. That would be my answer to that question. Over 1,000 orders at 64.43. Yeah, Colby, I see that, bro. Let's watch what happens when we get down here, right? So here's stuff that I'm cautious of, right? You watch Bookmap for a while, and you there's things that people like to. Sorry, let me back up. there's manipulation, there's spoofing, right? What is the definition of that? Placing orders on the book, right? For the intent to cause market participants to act in a certain way, but intentionally removing those orders and not having them filled, right? I think it's technically illegal. You're not, the CME or, the exchanges have rules against doing that, but I think it's kind of hard to say, right? Because like I can put an order on at any time and remove an order, and like, is that legal or illegal? Maybe my trade idea changed, right? So I don't know how they enforce any of that, but I don't know that this is, I say, like, I don't know it's legit. Like, I don't know if this stays on the book. Like, I don't know if this is going to actually be here to get filled. Why? It's a huge stack of orders from one market participant. You can see, by the way, this little line over here designates how many orders are from one. You can't even see it because it's all the way to the end. But looks like 1,000 lot on the book from one market participant. And it looks like it was over here first, right? As price started to push up. That didn't fill, and then they moved it all the way down to the 42s. It hasn't been on for a long period of time. It hasn't been on since before pre-market or around pre-market. Those orders, those levels tend to be more reliable. So I'd be interested to see what happens as we got down here, right? Like, if we came all the way down here, do those orders stay on the book? Does that get traded out? Do those fill? Or is it just a bunch of BS? Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens if it drops down there. Yeah. Dang. SBGELI. Why dang, bro? Why dang? I thought that was a positive answer. Yeah, you can learn how to trade for free. It's the best time to be able to trade. The opportunity's never been greater. It's insane. It's great. On top one futures, how do I get VWAP, session VWAP set? When I put the VWAP indicator on, it changes location based on the time frame I use. You have to scroll out, Kaz. So here's a weird thing on Project X. This is specific to Project X, not just top one futures, right? So, okay, we see where VWAP is here, right? It's displaying, here's my VWAP line, but it's actually displaying on the price right here, 64.6502. That's in the wrong spot. Why? Because looking left, I'm not displaying where this VWAP is anchored to. And for some reason, if you don't do that, the calculation gets all the way jacked up. So on a low time frame chart, when you swap back and forth, you have to do this. Scroll all the way out, back at least to this point to display this point right here, because this is session changeover, right? This is where the session VWAP is anchored to, the standard VWAP, and you can come back in here, reset, move around, do whatever you want. That's not going to change, but you see how it's in a different spot now? That's the correct spot for VWAP, or at least correct for the way that Project X is calculating it. So it's an annoying thing that happens on Project X. They know about it. Everybody's complained about it. Obviously, they can't fix it in an easy way, or I think they would have done it already. Doesn't happen on TradingView or most other platforms, but it is a problem. Definitely a problem. You have to know about that. So you see me do that 100 times. It's kind of annoying, especially when I'm trading live. I scroll in and out just to like always make sure that that's in the right spot. Let's see. Scott. Bull flag being made here. Maybe Aaron. All logged in. Hot on the trigger. I spent the better part of the week in the hospital. Yes. Dang. Guns flare. Back YOLOing my way through life. Scott, I hope not. Sorry to hear you were in the hospital, brother. That's tough, man. Nate. Hope you're feeling better, man. And don't YOLO too much. Nate, what's up? 422 on the XFA. 2 fresh combines. How we doing, y'all? Bro, lock it up. No, you don't have to lock it up. But that's awesome, dude. Well done. I'd be cautious, right? Try not to give back as much as you gained there. That's my 2 cents. I rewinded. Lowell, missed the part where you said you can do all this. The time. Yeah, no, all good, bro. All good. Yeah, you can learn how to trade for free up to a point, right? You know, the same way that you can learn how to race a car without being in a race, right? You know, up to a point. You can learn how to play any sport up until race time, right? But at a certain point, risk gets on the line, the stakes get raised, and you learn something that you can't learn in practice. But you can learn all the way up to that point. And then when you comes time to game time, you can keep that risk low, really low with prop firms. It's incredible. You were never able to do that in the past. Not at all. Not even remotely close to what we can do now. Oh, I'm locked up. Hell yeah. Trader Julie Kate, I'm giving away my duck to Scott if I win. Get well soon. Oh, look at that. Only trading 3 micros with buying in. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, guys, I'm watching to see about a pullback down to VWAP here. I'm interested. CVD is still pretty heavy. I don't know that we come all the way back down through to the 50s. I like this for a bullish movement. If we pull back down to VWAP, this middle ground here, volume weighted average price, prime buyers again, I could see this for a potential move to the upside. This is going to be interesting here. Yeah, I'm watching this up here. Chat. I had the opportunity for longs, but again, just not a good risk structure based on what I was seeing down here today. Staying patient off of this. It looks like it's the drive. I said it, called it out a handful of times. Just didn't like the risk structure. I think on another day, we sweep down here below overnight low, take everybody out that got long in here, and create a frustrating movement. Not having liquidity get taken down here on this opening movement, just not a clean setup for me. So unfortunately, I'm stuck watching the market move and not in. But that's part of staying consistent, right? Market's always going to be moving. It's going to be going up or down or sideways, chopping around, right? We have the opportunity to decide whether or not we want to have risk on the line. And my decision right in here, even as this was looking pretty good, was to not put risk on, right? Would have played out nicely today. Maybe 10.5 points, probably not a TP, maybe 10.5 points off of a potential entry for me, but it would have had to been a really wide stop loss and just not in an ideal spot. So if we pull back down to like the 65, 64s, right around VWAP, I am interested. Like, I'm interested to see if we start to form some structure to the upside here. We pull back down, trade into this area, and then start to bounce. I'm interested to see. If we start to sell off really aggressively, all the way down here would be what I'm eyeballing. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think prior week low is a draw? Yeah, dude. I think that's pretty damn far. Again, I think like normal market structure could easily see a pullback down to this area. A pullback down around this prior week low level, definitely in here. If not, then at least in here, and just not even come close to breaking higher time frame structure to the upside. We know how the market traditionally moves, just looking at standard price action market structure with breaks, retests, pullbacks. I think that would be very reasonable to see. But we're showing a lot of strength up here, and it looks like, buyers want to defend this level like they did this morning, and so far pop to the upside. Again, if we come back through from up here, I'm looking short. If we came all the way back down here, that would look like the crazy fake out to the upside and come back down through this low and then potentially lower. I think we could really start to find sellers. That would be a big movement. I'm not waiting on that today. But yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I could just also see us continuing to the upside from here. So to answer that question more specifically, maybe. I'm not really paying attention to prior week low down there at 63.87.5. Not really in play until a whole lot more selling pressure would happen. Lots of Crohn's disease sucks, but Zach, thanks for friending me on Discord. Y'all help me keep my wits about me. Scott, I love you, brother, and I'm sorry that you have you're dealing with that today. Be careful if somebody friended you on Discord, because it probably wasn't me. That might be a scammer or impersonator. I typically don't friend request or send anybody DMs on Discord unless you send something to me first. Specifically in Discord, it's filled with scammers. So I would be cautious. Come into the main chat and click on my name, my face in the main chat, and you should see that. You should see that. You should see like what my username is and everything, and make sure. But I would be cautious. I don't friend request or send anybody DMs on Discord, guys. Do you do any one-on-one sessions or mentorships I could get from you first starting out? Spiegly, let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question. You came in here and asked if you could learn how to trade for free. Are you now asking if I do, and I told you all of the stuff that I do for free. Are you asking if I do paid one-on-one sessions and mentorship? Or are you asking, before I answer the question, or are you asking if I mentor and train people or talk to them or do one-on-one sessions with people for free, with everybody that asks? I'm just curious. I'm curious in what you're asking. It's the same answer, but I am curious. I figured I would respond with a question first. And while we are doing that, go ahead and smash the like button, smash subscribe. I think, like I said earlier, I'm not going to make you guys wait. We're going to run duck races at different times. I think it might be time for a duck race here. I think we might get a mid-session duck race going. And for those of you that are new and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about when I say duck race, we give away top 1 futures accounts on here. And today, I got a straight to funded 50K to give away. A straight to funded pro 50K. This is the big boy account, chat. This ain't just the 25K eval. I think we're going to run a duck race. Go ahead, smash like, smash subscribe. If you're on YouTube, or maybe you can like. If you're on Kick, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you can follow. Maybe you can throw an emoji in the chat and say what's up. But I'm going to get somebody funded with an account here. I think they're worth like $300, $350, or even right now with the discount as we're watching to see if this market pulls back down to VWAP. Go ahead, smash like, smash subscribe. I'll get that one ready for you guys. Spiegly, the second one. Come on, man. And you laughed on that one. I love you guys. I really do. Everybody that tunes in, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. But come on, man. What would I be doing with my time? How would I explain that to my family, right? No, I don't take anybody on. First off, right now I have nothing paid, right? I have no paid community, mentorship, Discord, VIP. I'm doing it all free 99. Okay. I've done some different stuff in the past, but I'm not doing any of that now. And I certainly don't just hand feed, spoon feed anybody and take all of my valuable time for free, right? I am more than happy to have you in the free Discord, my friend, where I have almost 2,000 members, and I try my best. People can vouch for me in there. You'll see if you hop in. I try my best to answer everybody's questions. If you ask an inordinate amount of questions that you could find the answer to yourself with a simple Google or just, the basics of watching a couple videos, I'll tell you that. But for the most part, I spend a lot of time answering questions, talking to people. If you're sharing your trading, sharing your journey, sharing the wins and losses in my Discord with everybody and creating a bunch of value out of that community, I give you a lot of time doing that. So that's what I do. That's what I do. Second week, getting into trading would be a blessing. Oh, welcome. And I'm sorry to respond like that. Joining the Discord. Yeah, hop in the Discord, brother. So here's my 2 cents for anybody on their second week of trading. Here's what you should be doing. Here's what you should be doing. You should be paper trading. You should be back testing, and you should be watching videos and reading books, right? You should be learning for a couple months. Just a couple months. You should be gaining experience and learning, but you should have no risk on the line at all. Don't buy any funded accounts. Don't use my code. Don't do any of that. Don't do that. You can hop in this duck race, and if you win, I will tell you you can have the account later, maybe in like a month or two. But, you know, and that's not to be discouraging, but you got a long road ahead, and there's no need to just waste money. But hop in the Discord, man, and hop on the live sessions. You got a lot to learn. You're too early on, even if you know that if you like the way that I trade and the stuff that I do. But I'm more than happy to have you on. And read, somebody said something about reading a book. Read the book Best Loser Wins and Trade in the Zone if you are new. Don't learn bad habits. Absolutely. I have a book list in Discord. Go to the Mindset channel. I got a nice book list in there. All right. Spoon feed. Yeah. Relaxing Zen says spoon feed. Yeah, man. Like, you know, we get people, unfortunately, right? Everybody wants something for free, which is okay. I like to give back. But also a lot of people, you can just tell they don't want to do any of the work, right? They want to reap all the benefits. And, you know, I just think just be reasonable, right? You're trying to unlock a very high-paying, trying to get good at a very high-paying profession, right? It's going to take a long period of time to do that and a lot of hard work, right? You know, talking to a couple people for a little bit, or, you know, just asking people the same questions and basic stuff, you know, without doing the work yourself, is never going to be helpful. And I'm not accusing that person of that. To the dude on Kick, they're just asking some questions. Just hopped in, second week of trading. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome to the effing show. I love that scene from The Campaign, that movie with Will Ferrell, where he goes, "Welcome to the effing show," and he like pulls out his napkin. But yeah, bro, you got a while. Keep risk low. Don't waste money. You're not going to make money for a long period of time. And I think here's what I wish somebody told me 2 weeks in. Don't put money on the line. You don't stand a chance to make money for a long period of time. And if you're not ready to put in the work for a long period of time, before you start making any reasonable amount of consistent money, then just wrap it up now. And, you know, it's not a get rich quick scheme. For the most part, I don't know really any traders that achieve consistent results. You can't even tell if you have consistent results in a year, right? But this is really a long game. You know, a couple of years is really what we're talking about before you just start to achieve some consistency. Under that mark, people usually don't know what they're talking about, or they're just straight up full of crap. So we got a harsh pullback happening here, guys. We're going to run the duck race, but now I'm interested. I'm interested in this to see. We pulled all the way back to VWAP. Is this a dip buying opportunity, or do we come all the way through? CVD dropped off heavy. I like this down to the 50s. Chat. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I got to see what happens here. Duck race coming up. Here, let me give you guys the form. Go ahead, hit like, hit subscribe. Real quick, guys. I'm going to throw this form in chat. This is going to be a giveaway for a Top 1 Futures 50K straight to funded account. Go ahead and get this form filled out if you want a chance to win. It's live in Kick and YouTube. If you're on X, hop on Kick or YouTube. I already posted it in the live chat. Damn it. Here's where I get distracted. I'm watching this down around VWAP. Could be a good buying opportunity. We could come straight through this. So I'm not doing anything yet outside of sending you guys the form in X. I'm going to help you guys out. For some reason, you guys love Twitter. I don't know. You guys love watching murder videos on Twitter. I joke around about that, but Twitter's such a crazy wild west where it's like it's really unmonitored. But yeah, anyway, guys, form is in the chat. Remember, fill it out one time. This is going to come straight from Top 1 Futures. If you fill it out more than one time, you're just going to get banned from future giveaways. Don't ruin the show for everybody else. I'll give you guys about 15 minutes because I'm watching this. So maybe about 10:45, we will run the giveaway. We'll run the duck race. Again, this is for an instant funded account from Top 1 Futures. Nope, not that boy. Not that bad boy. Sorry, wait a minute. This bad boy. Straight to funded account. Sim Pro 50K from Top 1 Futures. You want to check it out. You don't want to even enter the giveaway. You just want to check one of these out, get funded without taking an eval. Go ahead and hit the link at the top of the chat. I'm hella bullish on Top 1 Futures. Very bullish on Top 1 Futures. Despite the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt mostly spread by the competition or sim farmers, Top 1 Futures is paying out heavy. Over 13 million paid out already since they've launched in April. Definitely some delays as far as their payout speed. But you follow the rules, get paid out. That's what I've seen so far. This looks like a move to the downside, chat. Watching Bookmap on my second screen, look at the gnarly divergence we have going on here between the U.S. indices. YM is literally putting the high of the session in right now. NQ is putting the low of the session in on this 1 minute candle. ES is stuck back here at VWAP. This is heavy lack of correlation between these. Very interesting to see. I don't use that, but I swap over to I have TradingView running on the side. I use alerts on TradingView. I try to keep the TradingView chart on the side as well. When I step away from the chart, I set TradingView alerts. But I just clicked over and took a look. Man, heavy divergence out of these. Not on the same page at all. Looking at Bookmap, CVD dropped off heavy. The liquidity that we had up above price is still there. God, man, I'm conflicted today, so I'm gonna be sitting patient. We'll run some duck races. I don't know. I don't know about this one. I think this is definitely a decision-making point here, right? I think we're either going to bounce from here, and this is a beautiful buying opportunity right off of VWAP with buyers stepping back in, which is what it's looking like right now. And why I was kind of eyeballing this down here, starting to get curious. We pull back to these 64s, like I said. I'm just too cautious with these 50s down here, man. If we came through this aggressively, this could be gnarly. This could be really gnarly to the downside, which is why I'm not taking longs. It's why I'm hesitating on the longs. So it might just be me watching the market for now. Yesterday, maybe it's recency bias. Yesterday was just such a trash day and a reminder to try to keep myself out of chop. For me personally, not a trash day. I ended up over $400 across 7 accounts. No real other trades, but I can't complain coming out green on one trade. But watching a lot of people get cooked, not everybody else, watching a lot of people get cooked and understanding why, it reminded me, right? Reminded me to apply some caution before we really get some nice movement. This looks like the bounce off of VWAP. But I'm not jumping in this, guys. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see what happens here. Like, let me give you another instance. Again, I'm just not getting the setups here. Really not getting it. Had we swept overnight high or like got close to prior day high and then came back with a vengeance, I'm short. Like, I'm short through this, right? Because then we took out liquidity, swept to the upside. Sellers failed really, really harshly. We faked everybody out really solidly, and then we came back down through. I'm looking short to go fill this that we didn't go and fill. Excuse me. So, this is just not a setup for me. Honestly, looking at this even further, potential shorts through the middle of this, but again, it's trading from the middle of the range with a stop loss just outside, and it's not my beautiful setup. I'm gonna watch what happens. I could be tempted on a short here, guys. If we come through this really aggressively, we get this little bounce at VWAP, we come back down through this low. This is gonna look really, really gnarly down towards the 50s. So it wouldn't require a super high stop either. It would be right above overnight high, because I would just be completely wrong if we pull back down here a little bit further and we pop to the upside. So I'm interested to see if we come down on this. I'm interested to see if we come down on this on a short. This is not super duper clear yet, but could be for a short.
Order filled.
I'm gonna try this bad boy short. That's gonna be my play. This is applying a little bit of discretion here, guys. This is a short through VWAP. We had an opportunity to bounce here a couple times. I'm looking at this as some really potentially aggressive volatility coming in to trade down towards these 50s. I think we go either way here, which is kind of the way that I like it. Stop loss above overnight high, where I think if we just start to chop, or if we turn around from here and break this high, I'm dead wrong. We come down here, break initial balance low, which I can mark on the chart now since we're past that time. I like it. So I'm short. I'm short one from 64.64. Stop at 64.79 above overnight high. Would need to see this continue. If we come right back up on it, I'm dead wrong. I think this is going to play out pretty damn quickly. We find buyers here down around this middle ground. I'm out. I'm getting cooked on this one. I'm just adjusting stop a little bit before we start moving really at all. You guys usually see me do this, and then once I do it, we're done. Just taking a look at book map. Bear with me for a second while I get this stop in a spot that I really like. Yeah, I mean, above, I don't need to take more than a $750 loss on this. Above this high, I'm wrong. I'm just dead wrong. I want to see this continue right here. I would let it come all the way back up here, right? Take out some liquidity. I'd go $800. Maybe let this just kind of get taken. A couple points above overnight high, but if we have to trade further than, that's not that much, further than 2.5 points, I'm going to be out. So stop is going to go at 64.80. 64.80. But we were going to mark IB high and low. That is going to be our initial balance high. That is going to be our initial balance low. Let's see. Let's see, chat. Let's see what we get. Could not do anything. Could just end up super duper choppy. Could be in for the slow grind to the upside. I'm looking at this back through VWAP, back through the middle. Not a super strong uptrend outside of this little pop and then just drift lower. Movement to the downside. Go grab these 50s. Let's see what we get. But if you guys hopped on late, we have the giveaway form live in the chat. We are giving away a $50K straight to funded pro account from Top 1 Futures. That form is in the chat. No purchase necessary. Only fill it out one time. I said about 15 minutes, about 10 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. So we will pick somebody. We'll run a duck race here in a minute. But I got a trade on. I want to see if we start to sell off on this bad boy. And then we will run that giveaway. Oh, Kobe. We were talking about this earlier. What happened to those orders, Kobe? I know you're watching on here. Talk to me, brother. Take a look. What was that? Go back and watch. Chat. And it's not like I'm some smart guy. Just watch Bookmap a little bit, and you get a feel for this crap. What happened? What did I say about these orders down here? This 1,000 lot on the book, right? Colby called it out. I didn't see it until I zoomed out, right? That's a level to pay attention to. But what did we talk about? We talked about spoofing, manipulation, orders getting moved around, stuff that gets put on the book that maybe not really wanting to get filled, right? Just looking to influence different market participants. There it is, off the book. Gone down here, right? So you do have to be cautious when you use order flow tools, right? When you read the DOM, anybody at any time can put an order on or off the book, right? Interesting though. I don't love that. Gone. It was BS. There you go. Yeah. I don't love that. I would have loved for that to stay on and even more orders to stack up down there. The 50s still look good. We got some sell side orders coming on. CVD still dropping off. We didn't like knife lower. I would really have liked that. But I still like these 50s. And again, we come down through that. This could be a monster, but I'm not gonna hold for a banger. Here we go. I'm not gonna hold for a banger on this. I just need for us to go grab some liquidity. A little dicey around overnight low, but that being down there, I don't mind it. Let's see what we get, chat. Let's see what we get. In short, one ES mini from 64.64, showing me a little over $200 in profit. Stop way out there, wide above session highs, above IB high, above overnight high, where if we climb through the 64.80s before I take profit, I either am dead wrong and or I didn't manage my trade well enough to grab profit on it. We didn't extend to the downside for what I was looking for. So I don't mind taking it off the 50s because why, right? I think either one of two things happen when we get down there. We turn this into another repeat of yesterday where we just chop around, right? We do one of these, right? And just piss everybody off. That's a potential, right? Maybe we don't come down here at all. We just turn right back up here. Or we do one of these. We do one of these. There. I think the 25s could be in play to the downside if we really started to sell off harshly, or the 15s. But I don't know that we get. I really don't know that we do that, and I'm not trading for that type of movement. I would have loved to see this thing knife. I really would like to see it knife now. Here we go. A little bit more coming in. Can't complain, but I want to see even more volatility come in through these 50s. Let's see, chat. Let's see what we got, chat. Remember, anything can happen. We got Trump talking today, literally yapping today. That could be really dicey at any point. Anything that, comments that he makes on Fox or wherever he's talking could easily send the market for a loop. Nice. Oh, there we go. There we go, chat. All right, overnight low. Come on. 50s. Let's see. Safe spot to take profit right here, to be completely honest. Really safe spot to take profit. This could be a wild move to the downside, I will say. I'm not gonna look for it. I want to see us come through these 50s. Oh, come on, bro. Give it to me. Yes, let's go. Crack of IB low, crack of overnight low, and then an immediate reversion. CVD is not increasing at all. It dropped off very nicely as we came lower. A lot of volume on that. Not touching this. No stop loss to break even. You know the way that I'm trading, guys. No stop loss to break even. Not at all. Absolute trash. We're not doing that. Diamond hands, like the Bruce Lee meme that you saw in Discord. I'm gonna post it again after this one. No paper hands. He goes, panic seller. No paper hands. Diamond hands. So anyway, guys, this is what I'm looking for. We came into some liquidity here. I'm looking for this to get taken to the downside. Can we do it? That's all I want. We could absolutely not do it. We could revert from here. We could have buyers step in. I'm looking for a trade around these 50s. I'd probably front run it take it above. This is not going to be some home run trade. I'm not looking to hold for, massive profit. It's actually going to end up as a negative risk to reward, meaning I risked more than I stood to make. But come on, ES, let's fucking do it, man. Excuse my language. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is a tough spot, man. This is a tough spot. It's not enough. Not enough for me to take it off here. I gotta hang on to this one. This could be a really frustrating come all the way back through, but I don't expect that to happen. But I will have to allow that to happen. As you guys know, right? If you're not moving stop loss to break even, if you're not going to move, your invalidation point down, you are accepting the fact that whatever profit you have could completely come back on you and come all the way back through, to your stop loss, right? Trump could sneeze right now, say tariffs are good or tariffs are bad or something or whatever, and we just rock it, right? So I accept that. I accept that risk on the front end. And when I have those conversations with myself and you guys here, it helps. It helps if it happens. It helps me stay confident in my approach, my strategy. 64.50s, man. I'd front run it. I'd grab it like right through the 52s, like right down here, a little crack lower. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see. We will see. Not a bad entry though. Can't be upset. Would have been pretty pissed buying right here, right? Good read of the market. Good read of this play to the downside. Do we continue? Do we just sweep overnight low right here again to like the tick? Not even over here on this August 14th low. We just come right back up. We could come right back up through, just form an uptrend, buyers step in. No market generated information is screaming at me that that's what we're doing yet, especially not with orders right down here. So I do manage my trades with some discretion, but it would have to be something screaming in my face. A huge jump in CVD, massive volume that comes in, buy orders ripping through my initial entry back up to the upside to say I'm out of this. Again, I'm gonna if we come down, right? If we come down here, I'm gonna look to take this off, but I'm full well acknowledging to you guys ahead of time, and I'll say it very clearly. I think this could get gnarly. I think this could turn into a really, really big down day. If this continues, if we crack this, like NQ is, I think, a bloodbath right now looking at it. There we go. Let's see.
Order filled.
I'm out on that one, guys. I'm out on that one. This could get ugly. Like I said, I was going to front run the 50s, waited for what I needed to see right down around those 52s. I'm front running this last level of liquidity. We can watch it on Bookmap right here. I think we're going to grab this still, but I think we're most likely to grab this and this, right? If we have a stack of probability. So I'm out for 609.70 across 7 accounts. Can't complain about making $4,263 in these funded accounts at all. Can't complain. Again, full well acknowledging, right, that not closing my trade here means I'm allowing it to come all the way back on me, potentially, stop me out in the pursuit of larger profits. Closing my trade here means I'm taking risk off the line, realizing this $609.70 across 7 accounts, but taking my opportunity completely away if we just start to sell off and potentially turn this into a really big bearish day, right? So accept what you do on the front end, right? Have conviction in your decisions. Be mindful about what you're doing. Understand, the advantages and disadvantages. I think that's a good thing to do in your mind to keep you away from tilt. Have confidence in what you're doing, right? So again, that did end up being a what we would call a sub 1-to-1 trade, right? A negative risk to reward trade. For me, today on this, that's okay. Based on the market generated information, that's okay. That's enough for me. That's enough where I think we could find buyers off of these 50s, maybe come all the way back in towards VWAP, right? So my hold pre-planned right around that level, executed. I'm out. I'm happy. Now we run a duck race. Questions, concerns, thoughts. Feel free to ask away, guys. More than happy to talk. More than happy to talk. Scott, we did the exact same entry, 64-64. Nice. Nice. I'm out, 64.55. I'll take it. I'll take the chicken fed. Nice. Told you I was hot on the trigger, trying to turn myself into a bot. $40, $40. Nice. Anything we were able to salvage from the market is a win. Yeah, this market's tough, guys. This market's tough, man. You know, be cautious. Take your wins in stride. And just stick to your plan, right? Stick to your plan. So, we got the form filled out. We are going to get ready to run this duck race. Guys, if you didn't fill out the form, we are about to run a giveaway for one $50K straight to funded pro account with Top 1 futures. I'll give you guys another couple minutes. I think we might sell off here, boys and girls. I think we might sell off here, right? Here's the 15-minute chart. If we don't turn down here, where's the next spot we're headed? You tell me. I'll leave that one up. You tell me where the next spot you think we're headed is, right? Look left. Interesting. Momentum traders. I'd be paying attention. I'd be paying attention right now. We might see some momentum. I think we either turn back up and fake everybody out to the downside like we did yesterday. And if you didn't take it from the middle or the top of that range like me, you're going to struggle. Or we rip lower. We start really selling off here. Start really selling off. Like looking at look at NASDAQ, man. Aggressive. This is all old markings, by the way, not current. Not really focused up on NASDAQ. Outside of my little 5 a.m. trades. All right, guys, I'm going to give you like another minute. Go ahead, get the form filled out. I'll be right back. All right, chat. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. It's duck race time. Remember, I may or may not have said this earlier. Ooh. I still think we're coming lower, but not a bad close. Not a bad close. We got W's, man. Where's the W's in the chat? 0 W's today? No W's? Damn, bro. That's crazy. I'll have to do better next time, I guess. All right. There's the W's. W's on kick. You guys on YouTube are sleeping today. All right. We got the form filled out. We got the random duck race getting loaded up. We are giving away a 50K straight to funded account, straight to funded Sim Pro account with Top 1 futures. If you want to check out Top 1 Futures, I will link it again in the chat. If you have questions, feel free. Hit me up. I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. Damn, I got 1 W. Damn, you guys are really sleeping today. I don't know. It's Tuesday. We're still waking up. Still waking up. It's all right. There we go. We got another W, David. I don't do that, though. I don't do the spam the chat with W's thing, so I don't expect it. All right. Oh, biblical looking for prior week low. You might see it today, bro. You might see it. Like, I could see that. That'd be a huge move, but we could see something like that. All right, I'm getting the duck race ready. You guys are still rolling in. Get the form filled out. For you guys that are still filling it out, you got like, I'm going to say like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I try to include everybody, but get the form filled out. It's been up for like almost 15 minutes. All right, I see some of you guys. All right. Hold on one second. Did somebody spam it? All right. To the person that put it's all different emails. It's all different emails, but I assume that you're spamming it. You're still filling it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make the discretionary call and assume that one person on here spammed it. So I'm not gonna give you that many entries. I'm not even gonna give you one, to be honest. You could do a better job of spamming it next time. Like I said, guys, don't spam the form. Don't fill the form out more than one time. First off, these accounts come straight from Top 1 Futures. So you have to use the email that's provided, and you can only have one email with them. So it puts you into what the kids call a pickle. Maybe the boomers call it a pickle. When you can't use the email that you gave me that I send directly to them, that they send the account to. But that's okay. You weren't very slick about it, so... Oh, bro, stop spamming the form. I can see it's you. You're still filling it out. Stop. You don't have to keep doing it. You're not getting any more entries. Oh man, I'll stop accepting entries in a second. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all are funny. To the last person that's still filling the stuff out, you're not getting entries, so you're done. You're done. And I'm gonna make a note of your name so you don't get any more entries in any future. Like I said, you get banned for it in any future duck races and giveaways. You ruined it for yourself. Instead of just hopping on whenever you hop on, you get 0 entries now and 0 future entries. Still spamming it. Okay, not getting the memo. That's cool. Go ahead. All right, we are done accepting entries. Thanks for going ahead and filling it out. No more entries. No more entries. And give me an extra second so I can try to weed out the one person that spammed it a bunch of times. Thank you for wasting my time. I don't really know what your name is or your actual email because you used 47 of them. But you wasted my time and everybody else's, so good job to you. Some of them weren't as obvious that you spammed it with. Some of them weren't as obvious. Let's see. Let's try to get the spam out of here. It's an entry for a... Oh, here's the breakdown through the 50s. Sorry, guys. I got so distracted getting the the form ready. Here's the breakdown and the sell-off. This is what we were looking at earlier. Like I said, I was taking risk off right here before the 50s, but was anticipating this market could really get ugly. Guys, I think this thing could go today. If you're a momentum trader and you want to scalp to the downside, this could be an opportunity. We could certainly just be sweeping lows and finding some buyers somewhere, but this is getting really ugly. This is getting really ugly. Targets for a potential move to the downside would be like 25s. 25s conservatives down into like the 415s, more aggressive. But that's what I'd be looking at. Let's see what that level comes up as. We'll make this one a different color. See if that comes into play later today. Ugly, man. This is looking ugly. Really ugly. All right. Here's the deal. We're going to run the duck race, and I won't waste any more time. And if I go back and I see the person that won spammed it, we'll run it again. Somebody ruined it today. You guys have been so good. Everybody's been so good. We had one trash person that ruined it. All right. This is for A, as the market's selling off. This is for A, 50K straight to funded account from Top 1 Futures. Shout out Top 1 Futures for supporting me, supporting you guys. Let's go ahead and take this banner off so we can see it for now. 2 minutes on the clock, and you have to be here in Kick or wherever you filled the form out for to actually claim it. But I'm going to be double checking on this one because we got a scammer. So maybe we run it multiple times. We'll have to see. Let's go, guys. Ducks are in line. The ducks are off. 2 minutes on the clock. Remember, you got to be here to claim it as well. To the person who spammed the form and wasted mine and everybody else's time, I hope you step on a Lego. Get great calls and education plus lots of laughs from Zach. AVS Phoenix, man, I appreciate you hopping on. Thank you. We got regulars on this stream. I appreciate you being here. Scott, I appreciate you. Stop the spam. I missed it too. Scott! All right, if we have to run it again, Scott, I'll give you the entry. I have 2 emails that Top 1 Futures should have. It ain't me. Same. Dude, I just bought an eval. I just brought that eval to over. Oh, Biblical ran it back. W's in the chat for Biblical. Very nice. I like Zach. He's second to none. Great. I like Zach. He's a great host. Second to none. Thank you, bro. I don't know. I don't think that I'm the best, but I appreciate you. Not fair to let them win. Anyway, no, they're not going to win. Don't worry. All right. We have 50 seconds left on the clock. Roshan, the Pirate Duck, Strawberry Duck, Angela C, Padma R, Julie G, down on the bottom, the Bear Suit Duck, Dwayne W, Naked Duck, Taj, Naked Duck, up top. I don't know. The no costume ducks are pretty aerodynamic, but usually it's a breakout at the end. It's a breakout right at the end. That's usually what we see. Let's see. Number 30, the George Washington Duck, all the way up front. Colby C, down on the bottom. Lee I, Padma R, Michael towards the front, 29, Duck. Let's see. Who is this? I don't even know exactly who this one is. Lee I and Yusuf, let's call it out front. Oh no, we got some dropping back. We got pullbacks on the Ducks. Guillermo Q coming out hot. Oh, Jazenia tried it at the end. Guillermo Q, are you in the chat? Where are you at, Guillermo? Let me make sure that this wasn't... I don't think this is a spammer. I remember this name. Guillermo Q, are you in the chat? Where you at, big dog? You got to be here to claim it. Like I said, you have to be here in the chat if you came from YouTube or Kick. W's in the chat for Guillermo. Congrats, G. Are you here to claim it? Like I said, everybody's got to be on here. You got to hang out. It also prevents you from spamming the form with 100 emails if you don't have the actual YouTube to back it up. Let's see if my man is here. Come on, man. You were here. You were here a little while ago. All right. While we're waiting for Guillermo, if you want to check out Top 1 Futures, 50% off with code RDF. Better than the email, better than the Discord, better than anything that you will find. Be more than happy to have you hanging out with me, streaming live, free here every day. And we give out accounts here on the Duck Races. Guillermo, I don't know, bro. I think we might be running it again, boys and girls. I'm going to put, somebody hit your boy up if you won. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock for Guillermo, or whoever I'm saying your name to claim the duck. Otherwise, I might have to assume that you were either a scammer or you just dipped out. Let's go ahead. Get ready to run it again. 60 seconds. I'm going to give you till 11:07 to claim it, big dog. Don't worry. Sometimes I give him the accounts anyway. Sometimes. But we had somebody try to ruin it today, so. I've got Duck YZX mutual funds. Damn, congrats, G. I have shingles, Duck. Oh, man. I've had shingles before. It's not fun. I was young to get shingles. All right. Guys, we're running this one again. Reroll. David says reroll. I'm finna go play Duck Hut now because I didn't win. Oh, man. He was in first. All right, let's go. Guys, we're running this one again. But first, we're going to add 2 people on here. Hang on one second. We're going to add 2 of the OGs. Scott, you're getting the entry because you were on here and you missed it. And Ryad, you're also getting the entry. All right, guys, let's go. Ducks are getting ready to get lined up. Duck race, round 2. Here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes on the clock. This is for second chance for a $50K straight to funded Sim Pro. Reroll, round 2. 2 chances to win today. Let's run it. The Ducks are off. Let's see who gets this one. Yeah, Ryad and Scott, we got you in there, man. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for always being on. Let's go. Let's see what we got. I usually wait till we at least are like 60 seconds out before I start announcing it like a horse race because a lot of ducks hit the early stop loss, right? They come out hot, they're oversized, and they hit their stop loss. All right, we got Colby C, Angela C up front. Amrat A, Mitt. Guillermo M. Oh, come on, bro. Where were you at? Damn. All right. We're running it anyway. We're going to find out. It's all good. It's up up already running. We're running it. David S. Padma R. Patrick K. Let's see. M. Joan. Is my duck there? Yeah, everybody's duck is here, guys. If you filled the form out outside of the one person that was very obvious, their names weren't even on there. It's not names. If you win, I'm going to double check to make sure. Let's see. My duck needs coffee. Guillermo showed up late, but we're going to figure it out. Don't worry, we'll talk. M. Joan, Patrick K, Byron W. This is a tight pack out front. Kobe C coming down for a late lead. Ryad, the pirate duck, out of nowhere at the top. Did he get the late entry? And he might take it. Let's see. Naked Ducks are making the run for it out front. 8 seconds to go. Will we get a breakout? Oh, a stop loss hit. Ryad up top, making the come from behind W. He was the late entry, and he got the come from behind W today. Ryad, congrats. I know you're here because we were just talking. The late W. Listen, Ryad, you have to hop in Discord and hit me up because I don't have your email and your actual name. Guillermo, yes, I will hit you up. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll hit you up. I had somebody spam it, so I want to make sure you've been here before and you didn't spam it, and I'll make sure about that. Let me just see something. I don't know. You've only been here today. We're going to have to find out. All right, bro. I'll talk to you. Yes, I see you. I see you, bro. I'm talking to you. Don't worry. I had somebody spam the form today, so I'm going to do a quick look through. Don't worry. Hop in the free Discord and hit me up. Riot if you're not already. Guys. All right. All right. Chill, ducks. Everybody chill out with the ducks. Guys. We had W's on the duck raise. We had W's on the trading session. I'm curious to see where this goes. We found some buyers here. I still think we could come lower. This is looking gnarly now that we're through the 50s. For another trade for the session on these accounts, I'm definitely done. Maybe in the 50Ks, I'll look for something else. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord. Feel free to hop in the free Discord. Feel free to like, to subscribe, to hang out. We do giveaways almost every damn day on these live streams because we stream almost every damn day, 100% free. If you want to hop in the 100% free trading Discord, would be more than happy to have you in there. Hit the link and join. To the 2 winners that hit me up, go ahead and hit me up in Discord. I will hit you up. I see you, bro. I see you in chat, Guillermo. Or I don't know how to spell your name. Guillermoq10, right? You were not here when you won. And I also had someone spam the chat. But chill out, bro. I already said that I see you, and I said I'm going to talk to you after. I reran the race. We got another winner, but I'm going to get it figured out. Don't worry. I've helped everybody out. Am I muted? Maybe this guy can't hear me. I don't know. Maybe the stream's delayed, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he keeps commenting in chat. Just chill out, bro. I'm gonna hit you up on the email that you sent me. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in Discord. Hop in the free Discord. Hop on the live streams. If you want to check out Top 1, 50% off with code RDF. You can use code RDF. You can use Stack 5 on top of RDF. Maybe that gets you an extra discount. I don't know. Do your own research. I'm partnered. I'm affiliated. I stand to make money. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money. Important for me to be transparent about that and for you to make your own decisions. Go to the site, read the rules, decide if this is a good opportunity or if it's not for you. Quick disclaimer, guys. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything at all. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Trading is very, very risky. Most traders do lose money. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts. And the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like Top 1 Futures, code RDF, Bookmap, and others. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being here. Trade safe the rest of the day. We'll see if this market keeps selling off. Talk to you guys in Discord.